Okay, let's continue. Still episode 1. Now, we've talked about the East St. Louis Homeowners Association, Inc. Talked about being nonprofit. Talked about new home construction. And we talked about 15,000 homes in 4 years. Now, although I already talked about this, open enrollment begins now until June 10th, 2022. By then, I have enough people to uh, to start this off. Now, episode 2, I'm gonna give you the exact formulas we're gonna need to build these homes. Now, I still need to get one more director done. So, once I get that director, well, regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and do another video tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do these this is the best time to do it. The city is pretty quiet, and this is right before I go to work. But that begins. It got rubbed off. It rained last night. The most important thing is, people, I know how this sounds. It's 15,000 homes in 4 years. I know it sounds incredible. I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm 7.5 years ahead of y'all. I've been thinking about this for 7.5 years. All the obstacles that I ran into, I researched. And I said, well, why did it go wrong here? I went all the way back to the 60s. But I saw a lot of hope. I saw the Black Panther Party for self-defense, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all that. I mean, if you take all the stuff that we've been through for the last 50 years and learn from it, that's what you. Yeah, let the school bus go by. Anyway, I'm not beating the dead horse here. We could change East St. Louis, Washington Park, Cahokia Heights, Brooklyn, Venice. We can do that. We don't need nobody. And while I'm on this subject, the Build Back Better program is a setup. Right now, let's say if Biden gave us $1 billion, he just handed the mayor of East St. Louis $1 billion tomorrow, what would that mayor do with it? What would he do with it? He'd turn around and he'd give that money to contractors that don't live in this city. Because why? Because we don't have the contractors now. We legally couldn't hold that money, because I'm telling you right now, the Republicans were having their bylines who you can and who you can't get that money to. And it won't be us. But through organizations like the East St. Louis Homeowners Association or the local Homeowners Association, we're gonna build from the ground up. And like I'm saying, episode 2 is where the rubber meets the road. I'm gonna tell y'all step by step how we gonna do it for the next year. Because I heard somewhere, I don't know if this is true or not, but they estimated there are between 7,000 and 9,000 derelict properties in the 5 areas I mentioned. East St. Louis, Washington Park, Cahokia Heights. Well, I'm gonna call it Centralville, East St. Louis, Washington Park, Brooklyn, and Venice. There are between 7,000 and 9,000 derelict buildings. If you estimate how much it would cost to tear down all those buildings Y'all see these houses every day. Y'all live in East St. Louis and Washington Park and Centerville. Y'all see you can almost go down a whole city block with nothing but burnt out and derelict homes. On this street alone, there are 12, count them, 12 empty lots and derelict houses on this block alone. There are more derelict homes on this block than there are people living on this block. Now, the EPA, when they did their estimation in the 80s about East St. Louis and Washington Park, just the lead problem, it was I can't remember what year it was, but it was a while ago. And y'all remember when they did a study about lead poisoning in East St. Louis and Washington Park, was the highest in some of the highest levels in Southern Illinois. They estimated it would cost up to $1 and $1.5 billion to clean all the lead out them homes. Now, I give Biden credit where credit is due. At least he's trying to deal with some of these problems, the lead. But the thing is, it would cost too much money to do it the traditional way. And the East St. Louis Homeowners Association, it's about doing it the way we all say we should do it. I listen to channel 126 every blessed day. I go to work listening to Larry Daniel Favors. I do my moment I do my little what you call it, moment of gratitude. I do that every morning. It just so happens on my schedule, I'm on my way to work when her show first comes on. And I listen to all the topics, I listen to the people, all the guests she have, and they all have great ideas. And matter of fact, one idea I got from her show was from Akila, I think her name was Akila Brown. She was this young lady from New York City, and they started a program about housing in New York. And I'm trying to recall, I'm gonna have the exact community land grants. That's what it was. It was Akila Brown, Daniel Larry Favors show 3 or 4 months ago. Excuse me. And they was doing a community land grant. I've kind of enfolded that into the East St. Louis Homeowners Association. So I'm sorry, I borrow from everybody. I don't steal, but I borrow from everybody. And from Akila Brown, I borrowed the community land grant. Instead, I changed it. Well, you're gonna see in episode 2. I'm a chart how I did it. That's part of the formula I was talking about earlier, about the 2 formulas and combine them with the 7 days of Kwanzaa. It'll all come together in episode 2. Episode 3. By episode 3, I should have that 3rd director, and I should be able to officially announce that the East St. Louis Homeowners Association Inc., because they said I had to put incorporated in the back of it to be legal. I haven't got a website together yet. Matter of fact, this is the first video on the YouTube channel, which is the East St. Louis Homeowners Association Inc. Getting all these young bright minds to school. Like I said, I wanted to wrap this first episode up, but I just want y'all to take away from this fact: we gotta do something. And I haven't heard anybody else come up with a plan even close to this. Episode 2, I'm gonna lay it out. What we need to do, the time frame, how many people we gonna need. And when you first hear it, you gonna say, hey, he crazy. But I'm telling you, episode 2, I'm gonna find out where y'all are. Like Joe Masters say, it's time to start using that third ear. Start listening to what I'm saying. Here I am, early in the morning, before I go to work, in the middle of East St. Louis. And I'm telling you, we could change this stuff. We can change it all. But we gotta stick together. And we can't go around like thinking like this world is gonna last forever. You see what those folks doing in Russia. These white folks have lost their mind over here and over there. As a people, we got to get our stuff together, and we got to start trusting each other. I know we've all been abused by people that we know and they're supposed to love us, but we're going to have to let that shit go. Look, over the past couple of years, I went through my 5 stages of grief. Most of y'all haven't, and y'all need to. Y'all need to let that past go. Don't forget it, but y'all need to let the past go. We need to concentrate on the next 4 years, the next 8 years. This is a 4-year program, and this is stage 1. I need y'all to understand how important this is. June 10th, you need to make your decision. Matter of fact, June 10th, you should be ready with your first donation of $50. And take that $50. That's matter of fact, make it out of your monthly budget, because that's what it's going to cost for every member of the East St. Louis Homeowners Association. It's going to cost you $50 a month. And like I'm saying, wait for episode 2, and I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to explain every person, every dollar, how much time it's going to take. So, look, I'm getting ready to go to work. Until next episode, I'm not going to put a time limit on it, but until episode 2, hey, do what you guys do. Don't be no fool, and don't be nobody's fool. All right, till next time.